So, coming into autumn, it's wet and damp out there. All right, rubbing those hands down those legs. So start at the top, go down the outside to the bottom and then back up the inside. Push down the outside, down the bottom, up the inside. Go over the top of your quads, rubbing up and down. And then get to your kneecaps and rub those kneecaps. Rub the thumb up the inside of your kneecap. And then rub the ball of your hand down the outside of it. And then put the palm of your hand over the top and do circles on your kneecap. And then just use your thumb and move that kneecap around. Move it out, move it in, out, in. And just move that around. And then slide those hands down towards those ankles and those feet. Make sure those feet are parallel. Let those knees come up if you want, and pull your tummy down onto your thighs. Push your head tall up over your toes. Lengthen that spine. Breathing in. Breathing out. Push those knees down towards the floor. Bring that body all the way up to vertical. Roll those shoulders up to your ears, round and back. Roll your shoulders up to your ears, round and back. Roll your shoulders up to your ears, round. Put the hands on the floor. Lift the chest up. Squeeze the shoulder blades together. Bring that chin all the way up into the air. And then bring that chin all the way down into the floor. Bring that chin all the way up into the air. Lifting that chest up. Squeezing those shoulder blades together. Breathing in. And breathing out. Bring that chin all the way down into the chest. Turn the eyes to the right side of the right leg, pulling that left ear from the left shoulder. And then bring those eyes to the middle and bring them across to the left side of the left leg, pulling that right ear away from that right shoulder. Keeping the chest lifted, keeping those shoulder blades together. Bring those eyes back to the middle. And then bring them all the way up to horizontal. Squeeze those shoulder blades together, lift that chest up, and then push off your hands on the legs, and then roll those legs all the way forward, let the knees pop up. Pop those hands all the way over the toes, let the big toe rest in the wrist, and then push on those toes. Push them down towards those shin bones. And then swing those thumbs over and put them on the top. Push the big toes away. Push the next toe away. Push the middle one. Push the fourth and push that baby toe. And then take your whole hand and push all the toes away together and stretch the top of that foot. And then let your hands run over the top and pull them down on those toes. And then pull those ankles towards, flex those ankles so you're pulling those toes towards the knees. Pull yourself up tall. And then push that right knee down, push the left knee down, feel the stretch in the calf. Push both knees down. Then release those feet, lift yourself up nice and tall, roll those shoulders up to the ears, round and back. Left hand on right knee, right hand behind. Lift that chest, turning round to the right. Bringing the tummy button across, bringing the breastbone across, bringing the chin across. Keep your face vertical so your nose is above your chin. Breathing in. Breathing out, turn further. And then come back round to the front. Put the right hand on the left knee, left hand behind, lift that chest and turn. Turning that tummy button round, turning the breastbone around, turning the shoulders round, bringing the chin. Breathing in. Breathing out. And then come back round to the front. Slide those hands down towards the feet, pushing the head over the toes. And then lifting yourself up, bringing those hands up in front, breathing in. And on the out breath, lowering all the way down to the ground, bringing those arms all the way overhead. Pushing that right hand away from the right foot. Pushing that left hand away from the left foot. Pushing both hands away from both feet. Pull those shoulders down towards the ears. Bring those hands all the way up to the sky. Roll yourself all the way back up to vertical. Hands on the legs, reaching all the way forward. Stretching through that back, push the tailbone out, push the lower back out, push the middle back, push the upper back. So you're rounding, pushing the head towards the toes, so don't collapse the nose to the knees. Breathing in and then slide those hands up and bring yourself up to vertical. Good, well done. Bring your roller in. Bend those knees up, feet flat on the floor. Resting that lower back, those lower ribs on the back, on the bottom of the roller. Take hold of the head in the hands, breathe in. Breathe out. Open and lengthen. Empty those lungs. Let that back release. Breathe in at the bottom. Breathe out. And then bring that head back up. And move the roller up a touch. Breathe in. Breathe out. Push that chest up. Breathe in at the bottom. Breathing out. And then bring that head up and move up. Move the roller up a bit more. Breathe in. Breathing out. Laying back over the roller. Resting the head down on the floor, breathing in. Breathing out. And bring that head all the way back up. And move the roller up a little bit more. Breathing in. Breathing out. Resting that head back. So the back of the head's probably on the roller now. Rocking the head left, rocking it right. Rocking left, rocking right. Use your hand on your jawbone just to push and lengthen, push and lengthen, push and lengthen. Let that head be pushing back against the roller. And then let it release and hold both hands and just lengthen. Both hands on the jawbone. And then release. And then take hold of that head, lifting it off the roller. Rolling that roller all the way down to those bottom ribs. And then all the way back up to the base of the neck. And all the way down to those bottom ribs. And all the way back to the base of the neck. And all the way through those bottom ribs. And then leaning left. All the way down, all the way up. All the way down, all the way up. And then back in the middle. And then leaning onto that right side. And then back into the middle. And then leaning on the left, go through that shoulder, go all the way over onto the left, so all the way down, all the way over, through those ribs, and then back onto the back. And then onto that right side. All the way over into that armpit, through those bottom ribs, and then back over onto the left, sorry, onto the back, just back over onto that back, keeping that roller moving, moving it down. And you can change the speed, change the pace through those shoulders. And then rest that roller in that bra strap area, rest the bum on the floor. Take that head back onto the ground, take that arms overhead, reach those arms away. Reach those legs away, pushing the right hand away from the right foot, stretching, bringing that right hand over towards the left. Pushing that right foot away. And then reaching both hands, taking that left wrist over to the right, pushing that left foot away. Breathing in. Breathing out and then reaching both hands away. Lengthening, rocking the head right, rocking it left. Bring those hands back towards the head. Bring those feet back in. Lifting that bum up slightly, roll the roller up towards the base of the neck. Down towards those bottom ribs. Up to the base of the neck. And now bring the chin into the chest. And then lifting that upper body up, take yourself away from the roller. Lifting yourself up, nice and tall. Okay. So holding behind the thighs, pulling that chest up, pulling those shoulders back, squeezing between those shoulder blades, pushing the right knee down, pushing the left knee, pushing both knees down, sliding down towards those feet, holding the ankles, pushing that head up over those toes. And then release, bring yourself up to vertical, bring those arms up in the sky, lowering yourself all the way down to the floor. One vertebra at a time, take the arms all the way overhead. Push that right hand from the right foot, stretch through that armpit, bring the right hand to that left hand side, really stretch through that side, through that arm, through that armpit. And then come back to the center. Take hold of the left wrist and really pull that over to the right side of the mat. Feel the stretch through the underneath of that arm, through the hip, through the armpit, through the hip, through the waist. And then come back. And then bring those arms up into the sky. Pull those shoulders down to the waist. Push the back of the head into the floor. Bring those backs of the hands down to the ground in that scarecrow. Push the backs of the hands into the floor. Push the tailbone down. Push the head down. Breathing in. Breathing out. Bring those hands together, flattening the whole of that spine into the floor. And then bringing those hands apart, pushing the tailbone down, pushing the hands down. Breathing in. Breathing out. Bring those hands together. And then bring that right knee in. Hug that right knee. Separate those knees from each other. Pull that right knee all the way up. Breathing in. Breathing out. Pull that right knee all the way over the body. Push that right hand away. Turn the eyes right. Breathing in. On the out breath, bring the breastbone up. Bring the tummy button up. Turning the head. Pushing that right nostril down to the ground. Pushing that right hand away, stretching through that side. And then roll back onto the back, bring that right knee in. Stretch through that groin, push that tailbone down. And then bring that left knee in. Pull that left knee up, push those shoulders away from the ears. Breathing in, breathing out. Push that right knee away, keep that left knee up. Pulling it up, pushing the right leg away. Bringing up and stretching, pushing the back of the head into the floor. Bring that left leg all the way over the body to the ground. Push that right leg straight. Turn the eyes left. Bring the breastbone up. Bring the tummy button up. Bring those eyes towards those fingers. Breathing in. Breathing out. Lengthen. Push that right and left knee to the floor. Breathing in. Breathing out. Stretching through those ribs. And then release back onto the back. Bring that left knee up. Pull that left knee away from that right leg. Separate through in that groin. Stretching. And then bring that right knee up too. Push the tailbone down into the ground and let the lower back lift slightly. Push the back of the head in the floor. And lift the spine away from the floor. Now rest all those ribs on the ground. Pull the shoulders away from the ears. Pulling these knees up. Now let those legs come apart. Let those knees come as high as they can, but to the ground. So you're giving your inner thigh a good stretch. Keep the back of the head pushed down. Keep all those ribs on the ground. Push that right leg towards the floor. So rock that lower back. Push the left leg down. Push that right leg down. Push that left leg down. Push the right leg down. Push the left leg. Come to the middle, pushing both knees towards the floor, lengthening the head away from the tailbone. Now hold those legs in that position. Push those knees back into the hand. Breathing in. Breathing out, release, let them stretch further. Straighten that right leg out. Straighten that left leg out. Point the toes. Flex. Point, flex, circles with those feet one way, circles with those feet the other way. Lengthen those legs away. Let the right knee drop in, let the left knee drop in, bring those knees together. Hug the knees and lift the tailbone off the floor and release. Hug the knees, let the tailbone off the floor and release. Push that right leg out straight. Pull that left knee in. Bring that left leg all the way over the body to the floor on the left. Push the left hand away, look left. Bring the breastbone up, bring the tummy button up. Push that left hand away from that left knee. Breathing in, breathing out. Now roll over onto that left side, onto that right side. Take hold of this left foot in this hand. So after cycling, sore knees, stretching the quads. Push that left foot into the left hand. Draw in the core, pull the pubic bone forward. Keep the breastbone, tummy button, pubic bone aligned. Now if you want, you can bring your right foot up, rest it on that left knee, on the side of the leg, and pull that leg down to the floor. Push the pubic bone forward. So you'll feel more stretch down the outside of this leg. Now slide your hand to the underneath of the big toe side of your foot and let yourself roll back slightly onto your back. So this left foot comes on the floor, and push with that right foot on that left knee. Push that left leg down towards the floor. Now clench your glutes and push the pubic bone up to the sky. Pull the shoulders away from the ears and you'll increase that stretch down the outside of this quad. Stretching. Now take that right leg off, let go of that left foot and roll back onto the back. Pull that left knee up, stretching. Pull that left knee over, stretch the lower back, let that lower back free. Roll back onto the back, take hold of the left leg, turn it, bring that right leg in. Put the right foot on the left foot on the right thigh, pull the right thigh towards, push that left knee away, keep the shoulders away from the ears. Stretching that glute, holding that knee away, hold it there, now push the knee back into the hand. Breathing in, breathing out. And then release the push and stretch that leg further. So bring the right thigh in, push that left knee away, stretch through that hip. And then release the right leg. Bring that left knee in, hug it, and then release the left leg too. Take those hands all the way overhead, reach and stretch. Bring those hands up to the sky, pull the shoulders away from the ears, backs of the hands to the floor, hands apart. Pushing the back of the head in the ground, pushing the bum in the ground, pushing those hands in the ground, lift the spine away. Now bring those hands to the sky, flattening that back. Now find neutral. Bring that right knee in and hug it. Bring that right knee up. Bring that right leg over, turn the eyes right. Push the right knee to the floor, right hand away. Bring that tummy button up, bring that breastbone up. Bring those eyes over, stretching. Stretching through those ribs. And then rolling over onto that left-hand side. Support the head with the underneath arm. Take hold of that left foot in that left hand. Push that foot into the hand and lengthen that leg behind the body. Pubic bone forward, breastbone and tummy button all in a line. Keep the shoulder away from the ear. Bend that left knee rather, and bring that left foot onto that right leg. Slide your right hand under so it's on the big toe side of your foot and let your foot rest on the floor. Clench with the pubic bone and push it up, or the glutes rather, and push the pubic bone up and pull that knee down. Feel the stretch increase through the quads. Keeping that hip, the glutes, pushing the pubic bone forward, keeping the left foot pulling that knee down, stretching the side of that leg. And then remove that left foot. Release that hand and roll back onto the back. Bring that right knee up, pull the left leg away, make the left leg straight. Right leg up, push the tailbone down, neutral spine. Bring that right leg over the body again, turn the eyes right, stretch through the lower back, stretch through the ribs, lengthen that knee away from that shoulder. Breathing in, breathing out. Roll back on the back, bring that right knee up. Turn that right foot, bring the left leg in. Put the right foot on the left thigh, pushing that right knee away. Hold that leg in the rotated position. Hold on to that leg in the rotated position. Push that knee back into the hand. Breathing in. Breathing out, release and lengthen. Push that knee back into the hand. And then release and lengthen. Let that left leg straight, pull that right knee in. Pull that right leg over one more time. Push that right hand away. Pushing that right hand away. And then release onto the back. Bring that right knee, put that right leg out straight. Take the arms all the way overhead, release and stretch. Pull those shoulders down towards the ears, bring those hands all the way up to the sky. Bring those hands out wide, push the back of the head into the floor. Slide those hands down, put them under the bum, breathing in. On the out breath, push off the elbows, lift the spine away from the floor. Lift that breastbone high, stretch through that tummy. Breathing in, breathing out, release. Lower the back to the floor. Bring that left knee in, bring that right knee in, bring the tailbone up off the ground and release. Bring the tailbone up off the ground and release. Bring the tailbone up, bring the nose to the knees. And then release. Bring the nose to the knees. Take those hands away past the body. Bring those hands all the way up to the sky, over to the floor. Bring that upper body all the way up. Bring those hands over past the legs. Bring them all the way down and open back to the floor. Shoulders down, back of the head hard in the ground when you're here. Bring those hands all the way up, looking at those feet. Take that right foot to the floor. Take that left foot to the floor. Take those legs away and then bring those arms all the way over to the ground. Breathing in. On the out breath, hands up to the sky. Roll yourself all the way up to sitting. Reaching forwards above those feet. Holding onto those toes. Reaching forwards, pushing that spine away. And then sitting up nice and tall. Left hand on right knee, right hand behind, turn. And then back to the front, right hand on left knee, left hand behind and turn. Back round to the front. Slide those hands all the way down towards those feet. Push that head over towards those toes. Lift yourself up nice and tall. Bring those arms up in front. Roll yourself all the way down to the ground. Rest those hands on the floor. Push the spine into the ground. Push the spine into neutral. So ribs all on the ground. Lower rib, middle rib, top rib. Back of the head in the floor. Palms up. Draw in the core, lift that right leg straight up into the sky. Lower that right leg all the way down. Lift that left leg straight up into the sky. Lower that left leg down. Bring that right leg straight up. Point the toe, lower the leg down, tap the floor, bring it straight back up. For 4, lowering down and tap. Up for 3. Lower it all the way down and tap. Up for 2. Lower it all the way down and tap. Up for 1. Lower it down and rest it there. Bring in that left, engage the glutes at the core and bring that left leg up into the sky. Lower that left leg down and tap the floor. Bring that left leg back up. Keep the shoulders away from the ears. Lower that left leg down for 4. Make sure you're in neutral spine. Bring that leg up. Lower it down and tap for 3. And bring it back up. Lower it down and tap for 2. Keeping neutral. Lift it back up. Lower it down and tap for 1. Bring it back up. Bring the right leg up 2. Hands on those legs. Reaching to the feet for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Stay up at 1. Pulsing up for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lowering down to the ground, head on the floor, push the back of the head in the ground, palms up, shoulders on the ground. Slide those hands out to 45 degrees. Lower the legs to the left. Keep the back of the hand in the floor. Bring the legs back up. Just don't take the legs quite as far if it's harder. Lower to the right and back. Don't let the shoulder lift. Lower to the left and back up. Lower to the right. Each time trying to go a little bit further, keeping the shoulders down. Back up. Lower to the left. Back up. Lower to the right. Back up. Lower to the left. Back up. Lower to the right. Back up. One more to the left. Bring them back. One more to the right. Bring them back. Bring those arms up into the sky. Soften those knees. Lift the bum off the floor. Push the feet into the air for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring those arms overhead to the floor. Pull the shoulders away from the ears. Bend those knees to 90 degrees. Right leg all the way over, tap the floor and lift. Left leg all the way over, tap the floor and lift. Right leg all the way over, tap the floor. Slide the leg out straight. Bring the leg back in, lift it back up. Left leg all the way over, tap the floor. Slide that leg out straight. Bring that leg back in, bring it back up. 4 on the right leg. Take the foot to the floor. Slide the leg out straight. Bring it back in. Slide it out straight for 3. Bring it back in. Out straight for 2. Bring it back in. Out straight for 1. Bring it back in. Left leg over to the floor. Bring that leg up. Left leg over to the floor. Take the leg out straight. Bring it back in. Take it out straight for 4 more. Bring it back. For 3. Bring it back. For 2. Bring it back. For 1. Hold it out straight. Straight up into the sky. Right leg straight up into the sky. Right leg down to the floor. Scissor legs. Right up, left down. Left up, right down. Keep the shoulders away from the ears. Right up, left down. Left up, right down. Right up, left down. Left up, right down. Right up, left down. Left up, right down. Bring that right leg up. Bring those arms up towards those feet. Reaching up to the feet for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Slide the hands down the legs, bend those knees. Rest those hands on the floor. Take the right foot over to the floor, take the left foot over. Make those feet nice and soft, balls of the feet off the floor. Flatten the back into the ground, bring the pubic bone up and come up into that bridge. Lower that spine 1 vertebra at a time, all the way down, arch the back. Flatten the back, push through the heels, bring the pubic bone up to the sky. And then lower that body all the way down, arch the back at the bottom. Breathing in. Flatten the back, push the pubic bone up, lift. 1 vertebra at a time, all the way down to the ground. Arch the back at the bottom. Flatten the back, push the pubic bone up, lift and hold. Bring those arms all the way overhead. keeping the shoulders away from the ears. Lower that spine, one vertebra at a time. Try to get that middle back down before the lower back is down. Arch the back at the bottom, bring the arms back overhead. Breathing in, flatten the back, push through the pubic bone, lift. Hold up tall, bring those arms all the way overhead. Breathing in. On the out breath, lowering all the way down to the ground. Arch the back at the bottom, bring those arms overhead. Breathing in, flatten the back, push through the heels, pubic bone up high. Bring those arms all the way overhead, hold them on the floor. Lower that back all the way down to the ground, one vertebra at a time. Arch the back at the bottom, bring those hands back. Breathing in, flatten the back, push through the heels, lift, hold. Bring those arms all the way overhead, hold them here. Lift that right heel up and lower. Lift the left heel up and lower. Right heel up and lower. Left heel up and lower. Both heels up and lower. Clench the bum, lift it higher. Lower that back all the way down to the ground, one vertebra at a time. Arch the back at the bottom, bring those arms by the side. Breathe in. On the out breath, flatten the back, push through the heels, leave the arms where they are, lift that body, lift the pubic bone up. Keep the knees together so they're hip distance apart. Lift that right heel and lower. Lift that left heel and lower. Lift that right heel. Lift that right foot, push off the left hand. Put the right foot back down. Right heel up, right toes up. Straighten the right leg. Bend it, put it back down. Lift those hips back up. Keep those hips in alignment. Right heel up. Right toes up. Straighten the right leg. Right leg up in the sky. Right leg down to the floor. Keep those hips lifted. Right leg up in the sky. Bend the knee, put it back next to the other leg, lift. Make sure you get that hip back in its correct position. Push those push those hands into the ground, back to the hands down. Left leg now, lift the left heel, pushing through the right heel, lower the left heel. Lift the left heel, supporting on the right. Lift the left toes. Put that foot back down. Left heel up, left toes up, straighten that left leg, bend that left leg, put it back down, lift those hips up, left heel up, left toes up, straighten the left leg in the sky, left leg down to the floor, into the sky, bend and put it down next to the other leg, push off those arms. Lift that right heel, keep that hip in alignment. Straighten that right leg. Bend it into the chest. Straighten it out. Bend it in. Straighten it out. Bend it in. Put it back next to the other foot. Keep those hips up. Push off that right foot. Left leg out straight. Bend that into the chest. Push that leg out straight. Bend it in. Push it out. Keep the hips up. Bend it in. Put it down next to the other foot rather, sorry. Lift those hips up high. Lower that back one vertebra at a time all the way down to the ground. Arch the back of the bottom, big breath in, flatten the back, bring those knees into the chest, hug the knees, lift the tailbone up and release. Lift the tailbone up and release. Lift the tailbone up, put those feet on the floor, take those arms up into the sky. Straighten those legs out. Big breath in on the out breath, roll yourself all the way up, hands towards those feet, stretching that back, reaching forward. Lifting up nice and tall. Breathing in, breathing out. Okay, swing those legs around and come up onto all fours. Hands are under the shoulders, middle fingers parallel, knees are under the hips, feet are level with the knees so their hip distance apart. Make sure your thighs and arms are parallel. So tailbone down, push that back up, eyes down. Tailbone up, push the belly down, bring those eyes up. Tailbone down, eyes down, back up. Tailbone up, belly down, bring those eyes up. Pull those knees away from each other without moving them on the mat, so re-engage the glutes. Breathing in. On the out breath, slide those hands forward, bring those armpits down, rest that forehead on the ground. Pushing those hands away, pushing those armpits down, breathing in. Breathing out. Stretch through that chest. Breathing in. Pushing those forearms in the floor, breathing out. Glide that bum backwards towards those heels. Sliding the hands, come up onto all fours. Turn that tailbone down, push the eyes down, back up. Turn the tailbone up, bring the belly down, bring the eyes up. Pull the knees apart, so we're engaging the glutes, and slide those hands forward, trying to take the forehead or the chin down to the floor. Pushing those forearms into the ground. Stretching through those armpits, push that right arm down, push the left arm, push on the right, push on the left, push on both, stretching those armpits, breathing in, breathing out, sliding backwards, pulling those knees apart, come back up onto all fours, tailbone down, eyes down, back up, tailbone up, belly down, eyes up. Pull the knees apart, slide those hands forward again. You should be able to get your chin on the floor now. Pushing those forearms into the ground, breathing in, breathing out. Breathing in, breathing out, slide that body back. Dragging those arms into child pose. Hold yourself here. You can pull the knees apart if you want. And let your chest really sink down in between those knees, stretching through those hips. And then lifting yourself up onto all fours. Come down onto your belly, come down onto your elbows, come down onto your tummy. 4 hands in that pitchfork position. Bring that right hand flat on the floor, elbow in the air next to the bottom ribs. Breathing in. Let that left arm just drift away a bit, bend that right knee. Push off that right hand, turn the eyes right, and bring that right foot over the body, right knee into the sky, stretching. So the right foot's on the floor behind you, right knee's in the air. Stretching that left shoulder. This is a shoulder stretch. And then release, come all the way back, leave that hand where it is. Have that knee bent. Breathing in. On the out breath, push off that right hand, bring that left foot over, turning the eyes so the left ear is to the floor, eyes are looking right. Lengthen, keep that left ear away from the left shoulder. And then come back over onto your tummy. So we release, breathing in. Breathing out, push off that right hand, really lift that that right knee high. Make sure the right foot's flat on the floor, big toe, little toes. Stretching through that armpit on the left. And then come back. And then straighten that right leg, let that right hand come down flat on the floor. Bend that left knee. Slide that left hand so it's flat down by the bottom ribs, elbow in the sky. Breathing in, push off that left hand, turn the eyes left. Bring that left foot up into the air, let that knee come up, let that foot go flat. Try to get the sole of the foot on the floor. So you've got to lift the knee, which stretches that shoulder. Breathing in, breathing out. Breathing in. And then release all the way back over, knee stays bent, hand stays where it is. Breathe in. On the out breath, push off the left hand, eyes go left, bring that left knee up, left foot flat, stretching that right shoulder. Breathing in. Breathing out and release back onto the back, onto the tummy, sorry. Breathing in. Breathing out, push off that left hand, bring that left knee up, put that left foot flat, it should get easier. As you get more stretch in that that right shoulder, that you should be able to get that left foot flatter. And then release onto the tummy. Bring those hands down by the bottom ribs. Legs are straight, just align yourself, clench your bum. Push the pubic bone into the floor. Release those, relax those toes, draw the tummy in, lift the belly off the floor, roll the shoulders up to the ears, down and back, and lift the chest up. Knees and feet are up as well, breathing in. On the out breath, push off those arms and come onto the thighs. Breathing in. On the out breath, push off those hands, straighten them, come onto the knees. Tighten the thighs and lift your knees up off the floor. Lengthen through the chest, through the front of the body. Pop the knees down, pop the thighs down, pop those ribs down, and then pop that chin down, that forehead down. Keep those hands down by the bottom, by those bottom ribs. Breathing in. Clench the bum, lift the legs. Draw in the core, lift the belly. Lift that upper body, breathing in. On the out breath, push off the hands, come onto the thighs. Breathe in. On the out breath, straighten the arms and come onto the knees. Breathe in. On the out breath, straighten the thighs and lift them off the floor. Open that chest, pull those shoulders back. Drop the knees, drop the thighs, drop onto the ribs, come all the way down. Forehead on the ground, take those hands away. Hold the hands over your bum, behind your back. Lift them up. Breathe in. Pass those arms up to the sky for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Hold them at 1. Draw in the tummy, clench the bum. Lift that upper body up, holding these arms up high. Pull those shoulder blades back, breathing in. On the out breath, pulse the hands up for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release the head, release the arms. Breathing in, bring those hands back next to those bottom ribs. Breathing out, lengthen the legs. Breathing in. Clench the tummy, lift it up off the ground. Engage the glutes and lift those legs up. Pubic bone into the floor. Breathing in. Lift that upper body up, looking at the end of the mat. Breathing in, shoulder blades together. Push off the hands and come onto the thighs, clenching with the bum. Push off the arms and come onto the knees, straighten them. Shoulders back, eyes still looking at the end of the mat. Tighten the thighs, lift those knees up. Lift that chest forward and lengthen that body. Drop the knees, thumb in the air and go back into child pose. All the way back, stretching through that core. Stretching that back, stretching those armpits. Engage the glutes by pulling those knees apart. Breathing in, staying here still, breathing out. Just keep those good glutes engaged and then lift that body up onto all fours. Bring that right arm up into the air and just get one rotation. Take that left shoulder forward, right shoulder back, stretch that lower back. Breathing in, release that hand onto the floor. Just have it onto the floor. Take that left hand up into the sky. Bring that left shoulder back, right shoulder forward, stretch through that lower back. And then release, come let both hands on the floor. Tailbone down, back up. Tailbone up, bring the chest down. Come into neutral. Walk those knees forward on the mat, sit yourself down. Hold behind those thighs and lift yourself nice and tall. Breathing in, pull the toes up to the nose. Pull those knees down into the ground. And then slide those hands forward. Put your fingers over your toes. And then release and stretch through that back. Stretch through those armpits, stretch through those arms. Push those toes away, stretch those shoulders. And then release the arms, let the hands slide down the legs as you bring yourself up to vertical. Roll those shoulders up to the ears, round and back. Roll them up to the ears, round and back. Put the hands on the floor, push that chest forward, lift yourself up tall, bring the toes to the nose, push those knees down, breathing in. Breathing out, bring those arms forwards and all the way up into the sky. Bring them all the way out wide, dust the floor. Take them all the way up, leave them there, hands above your head, breathing in. Breathing out, reach those hands up high, looking up into the sky. Release the arms out wide, rest them on the legs, and roll your shoulders. Well done. Excellent.